folks tend to call him the Man of Steel. Wait, if he's the Man of Steel, how can he move? Not to mention faster than a bullet. Spring. Clark Kent. This dude's not Superman. This is Superman. PA, like pigeon astronaut? You know, I can't tell if you're 12 or 37. Nobody likes to show off. You're adopted, Clark. Fine looking ham? Really? At the table? You're not slick? Yes! Piggies are out. While Clark is at the barber, the scissors break as soon as they make contact with his hair. How does that even make sense? Are they made of plastic? Are they stupid? Afraid of his newfound scissor-destroying hair abilities, Clark runs home where he finds solace with his father, until a tornado materializes and abducts Clark. As it makes its way towards its next victim, Clark emerges from the twister and saves the man. The storm dissipates and Clark heads home to find his parents all in one piece. Well, two pieces. They hadn't been conjoined or anything. They both get a single piece. In the aftermath of the tornado, Clark can't help but to think, if with his powers, he couldn't have done more. Won't you look at that, numbnuts? Our little guy's graduated. Clark says goodbye to his family before heading off on his own to Metropolis, where a kid chasing a cat on the side of a building falls, only to be saved by Superman. Summer. Flying through the city, Superman spots a missile bound for Metropolis. He catches it and throws it into space, saving the day. Back into Earth's atmosphere and plunging into the depths of the drink, he finds the culprit. He brings the submarine to a nearby military base and forces the dastardly group of ne'er-do-wells to surrender. In retaliation, Captain Glitterface holds Lois Lane hostage, just to be disarmed by Superman. At Chemco Labs, a fire has engulfed the building and LexCorp sends in drones to fight it in order to reclaim the spotlight from Superman. Our very own Smoochums arrives and saves a woman from the fire that the Lexbots had failed to identify. Superman turns himself into a cyclone, drawing the flames and single-handedly putting out the fire. Upset that he'd been publicly embarrassed, Lex Luthor shows up at the home of Miss Vaughn, the woman Superman had saved from the labs. Luthor wants to use her against her angel, of whom she has a whole shrine of. Back off, lady. He's mine. Fall. At the Daily Planet, Lois is snooping around Clark's desk, reading a letter meant for his parents. She is halted by Honey Bunches himself, who then of course mogs her. Thinking Clark was writing about her, she asks why her initials LL were in his letter. But it was Lana Lang he was writing of, not her. Lois, trying to justify herself, starts coughing and faints into his arms. Clark realizes everyone else in the building had also passed out. Moreover, the entire city. At LexCorp, Luthor is confronted by Superman, who suspects the dirty redhead, his words not mine, to be the perp behind the citywide slumber party. With no other option, Superman asks Luthor for his help. Coincidentally, he has the solution. A brainwashed Miss Vaughn with the new name Toxin and a unique chemical mixture concocted just for this specific occasion. Superman flies her through the clouds to administer the antidote into the rain. It works, reviving the citizens of Metropolis, but not without the price of Toxin's life. She had been exposed to the virus for too long. Superman has experienced his first loss. Luthor has broken him. Winter. At the Kent farm, Clark and his crew are warned of the reservoir running over. Clark decides to put his Luthor-induced Superman hiatus behind him. He suits up and sets off to change the course of a mighty river. Superman finds the damaged dam and lets out his inner beaver. Clark's parents are swept away by a river, causing Pa to fall out of the truck. Superman flies in and saves his father. Everyone is safe, even the dog. Having regained his confidence, Superman returns to Metropolis, where he saves a kid chasing a cat from falling off the side of a building. Again? Seriously? No wonder that cat is constantly trying to get away from you. You're sharp as a wet rag and half as bright. The lucky Superman was there to save the day once again.